Hey guys, I hope everybody is doing well. Today's just going to be a quick little video, super short and sweet. I just wanted to, I'm wearing a headphone and I don't need to be, just wanted to do a short little video about like my accomplishments in 2021 and sort of what my goals were last year, and then sort of looking back what I accomplished, and then talking a little bit about this year and what you guys can expect from me and sort of what I am hoping to achieve for myself this year, and just to kind of inquire you guys about what your goals are. So let's get into it, and I look forward to having this conversation with you guys. So I just want to kind of preface talking about these goals. I like to sort of give these goals out so that I hold myself accountable, and so that I kind of get it out in there. So I'm a firm believer in that to make things happen for you, you have to speak them into believability. You know, you have to, I like to use the word manifest, whether or not you believe in manifestation, but I do. And so I think that it's very important to sort of speak your truths into the world, to speak your goals, your objectives, your mind. You sort of speak stuff into reality. I mean, if you tell yourself, oh, I'm terrible, oh, I'm sad, oh, I'm this, I'm miserable, everybody hates me, then you're going to bring that negative energy onto you. But if you put out there in the world, I am successful, I make good decisions, I make lots of money, I am the best I can be, I am this, I am that. If you already speak it into existence, you sort of already have that ability in you because you believe in yourself. And if believing in something is a huge part of actioning something. So I just kind of wanted to preface with that. And now I will sort of talk about my achievements from last year. So last year was a really weird year for me. I went through quite a lot. I decided I wasn't going to move back home to Florida, that I was going to be staying in Europe. I switched jobs. I moved countries officially. I started dating somebody, the reality show aired. I went through a lot of bullying. I did my first charter season as a stewardess. I experienced a lot last year. Like last year was kind of like a very pivotal year for me, and it was a lot about self-reflection and healing and growing, and just sort of like learning how to get by in some of the lowest points of my life so far, and also like how to appreciate the things that I am given in the life that I do have, because I do have a very great life, and you know, sort of learning how to appreciate that and live in the moment, and you know, turn off the social media when things don't seem to be going that way. So last year was a lot about that, and I think probably one of the biggest things I accomplished last year was being able to successfully navigate a charter season as sole stewardess for the first time, never having stewed before. So that was a huge accomplishment for me. I did not know that I was going to survive that. You know, and also I got my parents to come to Europe. That was also a big accomplishment for me. But I really felt like my biggest thing that happened, that I was like, yes, this is exactly what I like feel like. I could feel like the energy, and like was like, I felt like I was in the right place, was after charter season, my boyfriend and I, we went to Scotland and had the most amazing time, and we spent 3 weeks just traveling around in England and Scotland, and it was absolutely wonderful. And then we went to he went back home and I went to America, and I had a retreat with my work girls, with the Exploratory girls, and it was a weekend where we just like learned and shared our goals and our visions and sort of talked all through processes, and it just sort of really got me like excited for like what's to come next, because as like an avid traveler, and obviously as a travel blogger, like these last couple of years have been hard, and I started as a travel agent, travel advisor, right when the pandemic kicked off, so I've not had like the business that I wanted to have, but going to that retreat sort of like lit me up, and after that I sort of just like exploded. November and December both had huge sales for me, like 30,000 and 50,000 in sales each. December I sold $50,000 worth of sales, and I was like, whoa, like I I can do this, like I can make a living off of this. And so it's sort of like inspired me to push myself and sort of, you know, it helped establish what my goals for this year are. The other thing that I like accomplished was that is a little silly, but I love it, was I launched my podcast, and in the first month it had 1,000 downloads, and that's like a huge deal. Like usually most podcasts in their first month they only have like 150, so that was like a really big thing, and it was really exciting. So those were kind of like my accomplishments that I look back on and I'm like, wow, I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And I'm not ashamed to say that I'm really proud of myself for doing something, because I think that it is important to be proud of yourself. You should like celebrate your wins. And so this is kind of me here saying that I'm celebrating these wins that I had. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about my goals for this year. Basically, the big one is I want to sell $1 million in travel. I don't think it's going to happen, but that is my goal. That's what I'm aiming for, because you got to shoot high. And like, you know what they say, aim for the moon. If you miss, you'll land among the stars. So that's kind of my goal this year. But realistically, my goal is I want to make, you know, I want to be able to supplement my yachting income for my travel agency income. So basically just to swap the two out and be able to make a seamless transition and say goodbye yachting and hello travel agency. Whether or not I leave yachting is another story, but that's kind of like what I want to be able to do. So when I am ready to reach that point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have kids and buy a house and all that stuff, I'm ready to do that. The other thing is, for personally, I want to focus on like my mental health and physical health, and also like being more tidy. And then I want to get my blog to 50,000 sessions a month. I want my podcast to consistently have at least 2,000 downloads a month. And I want to just really focus on consistently creating content this year. This is the year I'm going to hustle, in the year of consistency. So the word for this year is hustle. But in order to hustle, you have to have a plan, and your plan success is based on consistency. So that's how those all kind of go together. Anyways, I know, short and sweet. I have a call in a minute. I have some trainings that I'm going to do right now to help boost my business. So I just want to make this video short and sweet. Also, I'm going to Sweden in like 2 days. So I need to like start packing and all that good stuff. And we're getting an apartment. So that's also very exciting. So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.